TJ Edwards just got a bag. TJ Edwards got that well-deserved 1-year contract extension. Let's get into the details and let's talk about why this is a deserved contract for this young man. What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on, NFL world? How you doing, Division Rivals? This is Steven Hyder, Gate City Sports Channel. Sports Channel where the cerebral NFL fan comes for about 10 minutes of daily content. Welcome to the laboratory here, guys. This is where I've been spending the last couple of weeks taking notes and watching film, so sorry the lighting won't be the greatest, and there's probably a little disorganization because I got papers everywhere from notes. All right, y'all, TJ Edwards. Just the physical contract details here, guys. That way you have that. It's a 1-year extension, puts him through the 2022 season, $3.2 million with $2.3 million of guarantees. Look, I'm so happy for TJ Edwards because this is a guy that he so deserves the contract. And to be honest with you, I was not originally a TJ Edwards guy. When he first came in the Eagles camp, I really wasn't sold on TJ Edwards. I thought it was a little bit of hype coming out of the big. But then, slowly but surely, this young man made his way into games, and I just saw how good he was. And I want to get into one of the major aspects why this young man deserves to get a contract extension from the Philadelphia Eagles. And one of the biggest things you can point out is this young man is a heat-sinking missile when it comes to run defense. He just understands how to flow to his gap and fill it with force. And that's very important. And this young man has been turning my head at least, since his rookie season with the Eagles. And the game that stands out to me that made me go, oh wow, we need to pay attention to this young man, was the cold, windy game we had in Buffalo on the road when we were supposed to get beat. And all of a sudden, here comes Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders in the running game, and here comes TJ Edwards to lighten up people in a reserve role. He just absolutely shut down that running game from Buffalo. It's the first game that stood out to me with this young man. Fast forward to this season, guys. For about 4 weeks now, we've been watching TJ Edwards just absolutely get physical in the running game. It hasn't mattered if we've played Detroit. It hasn't really honestly mattered if we were playing teams like the Chargers, if we were playing teams like the Broncos or the New Orleans Saints. The one constant is you give TJ Edwards a crack at you, he's going to crack you. This young man in run defense, he's something else, guys. He just completely sets the tone. That's the best way and the best compliment I can pay to TJ Edwards. The way Jordan Howard is a tone setter for the offense, TJ Edwards is a tone setter for the defense. And I know it all really starts with the lines on both sides, offense and defensive lines. But when you get into those skill position players that help build the identity, on the offense, Jordan Howard, on the defense, TJ Edwards. These guys absolutely set the tone. But there's more. I want to also bring light to the fact that I really appreciate what TJ Edwards is in zone coverage. He's got a limitation in man. There's no doubt about it, guys. But in zone coverage, his time spent as a safety before, it shows on the film. He has a really, really good feel for where the depth of the zone is supposed to be, and he gets there. And we're seeing plays start to be made from just how good his feel is for the game. A couple plays that really stand out to me, guys, as I'm sitting here thinking, is the Noah Fant play in the Denver game, late in that game, where he made a just absolutely awesome pass breakup. And then also last week, that was such a good read of Trevor Siemian. He just basically paid attention to where Siemian was dropping back at. He read the depth correctly, read his eyes correctly, and jumped that route and came away with the football. TJ Edwards is starting to become really, really good, not just in run defense, but just a really reliable zone defender in the passing game. That's pretty big. That gives us something to work with here, guys, in Philadelphia. Outside of that, guys, I'll also say that he's pretty good at guarding the edges. I mean, he'll definitely flow and shut down a play if it's on the edges. I don't think anyone has any doubts about that. He's good at pretty much stopping that screen game. And in addition to just the screen game stuff, guys, I'll also say that he's really, really good at the short zone stuff, too, about coming up on those little short hitches and stuff like that and just putting an end to stuff. Like making sure we keep it at a 4 or 5 yard gain and that's it. This man deserves the contract. He got his contract. I'm happy for him. I hope that in the long term, his value is fully realized and he gets a slightly better deal. I will say he signed very team friendly because $3.2 million ranks about 67th overall, guys. So We got him, bargain bin price, guys. And this is a good football player. He probably would have gotten more if he held out, but he clearly loves this organization, clearly loves playing for this team. I'm not saying he's worth too much more than this, guys, but he probably would have gotten a little bit more on the open market, I would think. With that said, I'm happy TJ Edwards is here. So I appreciate y'all tuning in, guys, and I will catch y'all on the next video.